Hello students, this video is a worked solution to U1A06C. So let's take a look. I'm told here that angle 11 is equal to 22, angle 14 is equal to 18, and then as a result of all this I need to figure out all these different angles that they have described here. In the diagram here it shows that I have a pair of lines that are parallel that is being cut by two transversals. So let's take a look. Angle number 4 and angle 11 are corresponding, so they have to be the same. I'm going to write letter C for corresponding. Angle 3 and angle 11 are alternate exterior, so they too will be 22. Alternate exterior. Angle 12, let's see here, angle 12 and angle 11 are linear pairs, so therefore they are going to be supplementary. So this is 158, and this is because of linear pair. And we know linear pairs are supplementary. Angle 8 is going to be vertical with angle 11, so that means this is also 22. I'm going to write vertical angle here, V. Number 15, I need to solve for angle 6. Angle 6 and angle 14 are corresponding, so therefore this is also going to be 18. It's corresponding. Next, I need to find out what angle 2 is. Oh boy. Okay, so for angle 2, it's going to be a little trickier because it's angle 2 here. It's neither corresponding nor alternate interior. It's going to require a little more step. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Well, since I know angle 4 is equal to 22, that means this is also equal to 22. Since I know angle 14 is 18, therefore angle 6 is also going to be 18. And since I know angle 6 is 18, angle 1 therefore is also going to be 18. And since I know angle 1 and angle 3 are 18 and 22 apiece, I can now solve for angle 2 because of all three angles are going to be supplementary. So 18 plus 22, that will be 40. The remaining is 140. So angle 2 is equal to 140. And this is because of the three angles are supplementary. I need to now find angle 10. I know that 14 and 10 are a linear pair, so therefore angle 10 will be 162. And this is because of linear pair. Angle 5 is going to be congruent to angle 2. And that is because of vertical angle, so it's 140, and because of vertical angle. And lastly, I need to find out what angle 1 is. Angle 1, I did that a moment ago, and that is 18, and that's because of vertical angles again, with angle 6. Okay, moving on. Find a value of the variables in each figure. Explain your reasoning. So looking at this, I need to find what x and y is. Since I know that y is going to equal to 114 because y and 114 is corresponding, I also know that x plus 12 and 114 are going to be linear pairs. They're going to be supplementary. So therefore, x plus 12 plus 114 will equal to 180. Therefore, x plus 126 is equal to 180. Subtract both sides by 126, I end up with 54 is x. So x is equal to 54. So I have x is equal to 54 and y is equal to 114. Moving on, corresponding, I can then say 3x minus 15 is equal to 105. Add 15 to 105, I get 3x is equal to 120. Divide by 3, x is equal to 40. Since I know that x is equal to 40 and that this whole thing is 105, I can then say 105 plus y plus 25 is equal to 180. I can then say that y plus 130 is equal to 180, or y is equal to 50. And moving on, Okay, so I have 54 here. 54 will be corresponding to that angle. So therefore, 54 and 2x are linear pairs. So I can say 2x plus 54 is equal to 180. Minus 54, I get 2x is equal to 126. X, therefore, divided by 2 is equal to 63. Okay, moving on. Alright, so notice that this line here and this line here, they are not parallel. They are transversals. I have two parallel lines right now. I can now solve for y. How can I do this? Well, since I know that these two are consecutive interior, I can then say that these two add up to 180. So 94 plus 3y plus 44 is equal to 180. So now I can solve for, well, I can combine like terms to get 3y plus 138 is equal to 180. Minus 38, I end up with 42. So 3y is equal to 42. Or y is equal to 14. Since y is equal to 14 and I'm asked to find out what that angle is, that is rather strange. I don't think there is enough information for us to figure this out because I'm not told any information about the angle over here. I'm only told information about these angles over here. So, you know what? I think this is an error on the writer of this problem. So we cannot solve for x. However, if you guys out there are able to figure this out, please do let me know and I will make the edits. Question number 28. Okay, so these two are consecutive interior. Those two will add up to 180. So I say 5y plus 120 is equal to 180. Minus 120, 5y is equal to 60. Or y is equal to 12. So now this problem is solvable, unlike the last one, because I'm given this information over here. These two are alternate interior angles. They are alternate interior angles. Why? Because if I extend this and extend this, can you guys see that this is actually alternate interior, right? So 2x will equal to 108 because alternate interior angles are congruent. So therefore x will equal to 54. Moving on. These two are linear pairs. When I say these two, I mean these two. So therefore I can say 3y plus 40 plus 3x minus 70 will equal to 180. Combining like terms here, I end up with 3x plus 3y is equal to, what is this? 210. Okay, so I just reworked that. Of course, I will need to go through some more work here. I know that 120 and x here, these are consecutive interior angles. So I know that 120 plus x is equal to 180 because consecutive interior angles are supplementary. Subtract both sides by 120, I end up with x is equal to 60. Since x is equal to 60, I can now plug this back into this guy. So I get 3 times 60 is 180. So I end up with 180 plus 3y is equal to 210. Subtract 180, I get 3y is equal to 30, or y is equal to 10. Okay, moving on. Find x. Alright, so this is, well, I know it says hint, draw an auxiliary line. Now this word here, auxiliary line, what is meant by that is draw an extra line that's not given in the problem. So if I have two lines here that are parallel, if I draw another line passing through that point that is also parallel to the other two that's already given, I can then form angle relationships here. I don't know what this angle is. I'm going to call that A, and I'm going to call this B. Right? They don't have to be the same. They don't have to be different either. Okay? But I don't know whether or not they are the same, so that's why I'm calling them two different things. So I can say that A plus B is equal to 72. I also recognize that B, angle B, and angle 50 are corresponding, and angle A and angle X are also corresponding. I know that B is equal to 50 degrees. Since B is equal to 50 degrees, I can then solve for A. If B is 50, then A must be 22. Since A is 22, and A and X are the same, I can then conclude that X must also equal to 22 degrees. Alright, so I can solve this in a very similar fashion. Draw an auxiliary line passing through that point there in the middle, and I can say that this is angle A and this is angle B, so I know that angle A and B both add up to X. Right now this looks like a lot of unknowns, and it doesn't really seem like I'm doing much of anything to figure out what those unknowns are. However, you're going to realize in a moment that we can find out what A and B are really easily, because I know that if this is 105, then therefore this angle is 105. So therefore I know that A plus 105 must equal to 180 because they are a linear pair. And I also know that B plus, you guessed it, right? Since that's corresponding, B plus 125 should also equal to 180. So therefore, I can solve for what A and B is. So A will equal to 75, and B will equal to 55. And since A and B is 75 and 55 apiece, X will equal to 75 plus 55. That will be 130. Because A plus B is equal to X, right? So I replace A and B to get X. I will cover this in part 2 of this assignment.